Fill your thirst beside the river. Wash the journey from your hands. Feel the comfort flow inside you. Come this far, you understand.
Welcome to Healing Outside the Box. I'm Rosemary Lachance, an energy healer and spiritual therapist. And I am your host for this thought-provoking series, and I'm dedicated to providing you with food for thought information and answers to all modalities of alternative healing, spiritual development, and animal welfare, environmental concerns, and so much more in the form of guest speakers who are experts in their fields. The series is recorded and will be shown in your area on your local public service cable network. Please contact them for dates and times. If you have a group that you think would be interested in what you have to offer, we are available to come to your group and teach. We will give you our contact information at the end of the show. Please visit my website and click on my TV show, where you will find a wealth of information about this show. These shows are now available for you to watch free on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in Healing Outside the Box to make your choices. We are constantly adding new shows, so keep checking back. We are also on Facebook under Healing Outside the Box. Please like our page for the latest information about the show. Okay, and we have with us tonight Val and Gina Queiroga. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Rosemary.
Nice to have you here. Hello. And tonight they're representing Rescue 911 Operation Animal Freedom. It's K911, right?
Yes.
Rescue K911 Operation Animal Freedom. So let me tell you a little bit about them. Val and Gina Queiroga are the owners of a North Haven animal rescue group called Rescue K911. They have made it their lifelong mission to save and advocate for homeless, abused, and abandoned animals. Their dedication isn't just for rescuing cats and dogs, but they also refrain from consuming or using any product that is made from or tested on animals. They live a cruelty-free lifestyle in which they are instilling in their children and helping to educate the general public on how all animals should be treated equal, and they should not be used as food, clothing, or entertainment. They will continue to be the voice of all animals until every cage is empty. And may I add, they should not be experimented on either.
God bless that. You're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Absolutely not.
Anyway, before we go on the show, we want to show you this 2-day adoption event that's going to be at the North Haven Fairgrounds on September 23rd and 24th of this year.
You'll probably see these around town.
Yeah, you'll see them all over.
Very soon, yeah.
Yes.
And
Very soon.
they're going to tell us about them. Okay. So what I have that we had talked about was you're looking into conducting this huge 3-day adoption event in North Haven Fairgrounds, Friday, September 24th, and Saturday, September 25th. Oh,
Well, the
23rd and
23rd.
24th.
23rd
Yep.
and 24th.
24th.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Saturday and Sunday.
Right. You got the approval. Okay. You want me to read this then?
Sure.
From the Fair Association, and have the support of North Haven's first selectman, Michael Frieda, who is also the co-chairman of Connecticut's Humane Treatment of Animals Task Force. We are looking to work together in this event to try and provide homes for as many animals as possible by promoting any business or organization that caters to animals, such as rescues, grooming salons, pet supply stores, pet bakeries, etc. And they are also looking for entertainment. Have you got anything yet?
We actually got we just had a woman. We could tell you a little bit how it started. Was when we started Rescue K911. I think we explained the last time we spoke to you. It started as a calendar.
That was our first fundraiser.
That was our first fundraiser. Yeah, me and Gina thought, you know what? We originally thought we were just going to start an organization that was going to help benefit rescues. So we said, what can we do to raise some money that we could then filter to these rescues in need? So as we were getting into it, it kind of got to a point where, you know, we said, well, why can't we take on the animals ourselves and start doing the rescuing, and still work with our fellow rescue organizations and anybody that's out there looking to promote the welfare of animals. But at least then we could take them in. So we looked into starting a 5013C,
Which we're approved.
we are approved. We're
So
official, which is a
registered
nonprofit. Yeah.
Profit. Okay, you're approved for nonprofit.
So we started that. We took some people on board that could help us with all the the red tape and the finances of it. We became completely legitimate, so we're a nonprofit now, which means we could pull dogs from anywhere, which is fantastic. So if there's dogs down south, out west, around here in the Northeast, because we're a legitimate nonprofit, we're a rescue now, we could pull those animals, dogs, cats, really any animal, we could pull them.
You could say that if somebody says the animal's being abused or
Right.
not being taken care of or out
We
in the
could
cold
take them in.
winter or
Right.
whatever.
We could take them in as
Right.
long as. So if it's at a shelter, especially a kill shelter, we call them up. We send them up over our paperwork to let them know we're legitimate, and then they will actually turn over custody of the animal to us. If it is with somebody, an owner who can't take care of the animal, or if it's in a situation where an animal is found, that's a little bit different. Then we take the animal on, and we don't necessarily. We still show them everything. Say here we're legitimate. But when it comes to the shelters, we can actually pull out of these high kill shelters.
Good.
So
Which is
shelters
fantastic.
won't let you pull, like you wouldn't be able to just go there and adopt out a mom and 8 puppies. So that's why they need rescue groups to take them on, first of all, because they're expensive to take on. You need the financial backing for that. And then second of all, because they want to make sure that people aren't going to try to make money off of the puppies.
Right,
So,
right.
which is a huge thing. So, giving the dogs to a registered nonprofit that's what they do.
Yeah, it makes it a
So,
lot easier for
yeah.
them to hand it over to
At
us.
least they know it's legit.
Right, exactly. Whereas a lot of people, which there's so many great ones in Connecticut, so many great rescues in Connecticut that do that. But what happens is you get full really quick because there's so many animals out there that
Yeah.
need a home. So they get full so quick. And right now we are small. We're operating out of our home. So we try to limit the number that we take in just because, we don't want to take them in and then have them be crowded and then overwhelm ourselves to the point where we can't give them the attention that they need. So what we really love to do is, and if anybody out there that's interested, when we give you our information later, or even if you reach out to Rosemary's, fosters are huge. Foster homes, which they have to get approved through us, they have to fill out an application. We have to approve them, we meet them, we check, out their home to make sure everything's legitimate. But then we take the animal, we turn the animal over to the foster, but they're still under our care. So we pay for all the vet bills, we pay for all the food. It's just, it removes them from our location, so we then have room to take in more animals. The more fosters you have, the more animals you could save, and then we could also use our residents as a way to home the animals. But the fosters are great.
Fosters are huge.
If you have 100 fosters, you can save 100 dogs. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's a really, really good thing. So we're basically trying to have one of the biggest, in the area. And, it's our first year, but we're trying to have just a big adoption event. 2 days, any kind of animal. My wife's been, I'll be honest, she's really the one that's doing it all. I'm just kind of there to support her, but she does everything. She's gotten all the vendors, all the rescues, and we're just trying to bring as many animals as we possibly can in there that need homes, and also just rescues so that they could have the information. The people that are coming in can meet these rescues. They could see pictures of the dog if the dogs aren't there, or the cats, or the parrots, or the rats, or the, any other farm animal you might have there. So they could see them, and then say, okay, let's schedule a meet and greet. You know what I mean? So it kind of just facilitates the whole adoption process. And it's going to be a great event.
Let me ask you a question. Did you ever think of, or is it your dream to one day have a piece of land where you could have a really big?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes.
And I want to work there.
Yeah.
I want to help.
You're coming.
I want to come.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be
We
great.
talk about it all the time.
I got that picture from you. I saw it in my mind that you must have
Yeah.
sent it to me.
I would love that.
I know it makes me.
I would love it.
Oh.
I mean, to
wonderful.
be able to operate and really just make that your everyday living, just have a huge place where we could take in as many animals as we possibly
Yeah.
can.
I would love to have a sanctuary.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
all, it's expensive.
Sure it
and
is.
you don't make any money
No.
doing rescue at all. you're constantly shelling out money. Food, shelter, toys, vet bills. I mean, the list goes on. So it's hard.
You need people to donate.
Yeah.
And somebody maybe
Oh,
hoping
absolutely.
to donate the land. And somebody to
Absolutely.
donate their time. And all just animal lovers. Is
Right.
what is
Exactly.
be made of total, complete animal lovers.
Exactly.
Unite
And
to
I
do
would
this.
love to take, you know, I don't want to just go online and look for like a small teacup pig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would want to go to the slaughterhouse and take like a bunch of them who are next up in line to be slaughtered, you know,
know.
and those are the ones that I want to save.
I know.
It would be
If
nice.
I can only
mean,
save them all.
it's tough to, you know, it's tough to make it happen and still have the income to make it work.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's the
You
biggest
guys
thing.
are putting it all out of your own pocket.
Yeah, it's
Everything
Yeah.
that's
tough,
going
you know,
on.
because
Yeah.
you still have to have the everyday 9 to 5 job,
Right.
which is fortunate enough where I could keep everything afloat because of all the extra duty that we have. You know, I could filter a lot of my own money into the rescue and, you know, into these events. And, you know, the first time events are tough because a lot of people want to know how many people are going to be there. And we're trying to explain to them, listen, it's our first year, but if you get on board now, in our 10th year, like the Bikers Against Animal Cruelty, their event was so
It was
fantastic.
amazing. It
You know?
Really?
It literally made me. I was like so proud to be there.
And they charge $20 to get in, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they have
And that was all
Yeah.
their
bunch of people.
food included.
And yours is free.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's $5.
$5 for entry.
$5.
Mhm.
Okay.
Super
Yeah.
cheap.
Wow, super
Yeah.
cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
We tried to. We really want to make it really affordable for everybody because
Right.
we know that there's going to be adoption fees. So we just want to make sure that the animals get adopted. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, our food,
So.
we're working on getting the food trucks there. So, you know, when people come in, they will have to pay for food from the food trucks. You know, the Bikers Against Animal Cruelty, they included food. We're a little bit different. If we weren't doing it the way that you originally said, you know, we just wanted to flip hot dogs and hamburgers, which we would never do, it would be a lot easier. But because we're trying to bring in the food vendors that are consistent with the way we think,
We're having a little hard time
yeah,
with
it's
that.
a lot harder. You know, it's hard to find the people that are on board. And then the really good ones,
Have
they
been
kind of need
booked
a
up.
guarantee on money. Like, well, I need the guarantee to make this much money. If not, you got to make up the difference. And I'm like,
You see,
I'm
that's
operating on fumes here.
right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I want to put out there to people. Okay. The next line I was going to read is you're looking for vendors to provide vegan or vegetarian cuisine. Skincare and hair products are 100% cruelty free.
Right.
Okay. Now, I want to say to these food trucks, if there's any food trucks who do this vegetarian or vegan food, donate it. Why do you want to make a certain amount of money? For once in your life, donate your time and effort
Right.
to this wonderful, wonderful cause to help the animals. Anything you do for them comes back to you
It does, it's
twofold.
the truth. That's the
So
truth.
don't be looking for, I got to make this money, I got to make that money. This is not what it's all about.
Even
Open
if they would
your
just,
heart.
even if they would just come and they don't even have to donate anything
Right,
to us.
they
could
Just
just come
come
and
and
make
they
whatever
can
they
make
make.
That's what I
money
mean.
off.
That's what I
yeah.
meant to say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just come and
Right.
make your time there and what your food and stuff, the donation.
Because, I
Right.
mean, I try to tell, you know, just yesterday we were at, we stopped at Five Below in North Haven. And it's tough right now because with this event, with everything that we do, it's tough. You know,
What's Five Below?
Five Below, it's a store in town.
Oh,
You know, so we're operating on fumes, you know what I mean? And we walked in there because we wanted to,
what do they sell?
they sell like everything, but it's $5 and below. But they
Yeah,
sell everything from
it's
school
cute.
supplies to
Like
oh,
for
toys.
that
kids.
store. Yeah,
On
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Universal
yeah,
Drive,
yeah.
right.
Universal Drive.
So we went in there because it's school time. So we wanted to, you know, you pack the backpack for
Well,
the
a friend
kids.
of mine, she collects all school supplies and she donates them.
Aw.
So
Right.
she's amazing.
And I told, you know, my wife, because she's like, you know, babe, we have so much going on with the event and everything. I said, you know what? Listen, there's always room to give.
yeah.
There's always
Always.
room to give. I mean, everything in there is under $5. You get a backpack for $5. For $35, we stuffed 2 backpacks filled with supplies for 2 kids going to school. There's always that little bit of room. You know, even if it sets you back a little bit, listen, you're giving it to somebody who needs it way more than you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that's why to these food trucks and these vendors, nobody's asking you to come in and give me this much money, that much money, but just come in good faith that, you know, we're doing our best to get the people in there.
Yeah.
And that you know, you'll be okay with whatever it is that you make because it's for a phenomenal cause. You know, I mean, these animals.
They can have a
It's
tip
all
jar
about
up
the-
there if they
Yeah,
want. You know,
right.
Yeah,
Though
and
people
it's
will
all
put
about
tips
the
in.
animals.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what this is all
Even the
about.
entertainer. I know my son-in-law's going to be there singing,
Yeah.
and he's donating his time.
Yes.
Right.
You know, so
Yep.
That's what I mean. It's only.
it's time to give back, people.
Yeah,
It's
we don't
time to
need
give
2
back.
days. You know, if you could only come for one. You know, if we got, you know, a couple food trucks that came Saturday, a couple that came Sunday, we don't need really more than 2 a day or even one good one on one day. Just something where the people come in and it makes them stick around.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're going to have lots of stuff for the kids. You know, we're going to have different things for them to do while, you know, the parents, it's not just looking at the animals. We'll have fun little things for the kids to do. And then if you have a food truck there, it's great because it makes people stick around and then they make contacts and it just opens everybody's eyes to the fact that there's a real problem. You know, this just isn't a dog and a cat problem.
Right.
You know, I'm a police officer in town.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Val is a police officer.
And
North
we
Haven
just had,
policeman.
just give my guys a little shout out. We had the South Central SWAT team did phenomenal today, boys, at the SWAT Challenge. But it's a SWAT team. So to say the least, it's full of a lot of real, and there's 34 SWAT teams and they're filled with a lot of macho guys. You know what I mean? And guys that eat meat, you know, 5 times a day, basically. And me and my buddies, they tease me a lot, but I got one of my other buddies on the team who just went vegetarian. I got another guy who probably 2 or 3 days a week is vegetarian. He's working on it.
Love that.
So I'm
Yes.
opening their eyes, and I told them, I said, listen, guys, it's not about, the health is great, believe me, the health aspects. But if you guys really knew what was going on, she just showed me a video, and I don't watch the videos, Rosemary, because they
I know.
turn me up.
I know. I see 'em on Facebook. I pass them on and I go like this. I'm hitting the buttons. I know.
I know.
Because she shows them to me. I mean, she's the one that,
I don't even know why I watch them, but it just keeps me on this path of, because it's hard. It is hard. Not that I miss it, because I don't at all, but it's just all around you all the time. And
Yeah.
we're like the outcasts. You know, people look at you and they question you
Yeah,
and why
exactly.
are you doing that and what's wrong with you and what do you eat and how are you getting your protein. And my blood work is perfect and it's never been perfect, and I've never been healthier. Besides, I get headaches, but even my headaches have been better. So I don't know.
People don't really
I'm
like to
living.
invite me to
we're
dinner.
we're living
yeah,
proof.
it's very difficult.
Yeah,
Very
they
difficult.
don't like, and they'll say, well, what do you eat? Well, you know, and somebody will say, well, I want to have you over for dinner. I said, believe me, you don't want to have me over for dinner. You know?
It's tough. Like
Yeah.
I
It
said,
is.
It's, you know, but we try to push to the people that it's not, you know, she just showed me a video recently where the male calves, the baby cows that they can't use for milking, they actually were throwing into a small
ditch.
little ditch filled with water that the cows are trying to get out, and they're pushing them back into the water to basically drown, because it gets to a point where they have to kill so many that it just is easier if they do basically a mass genocide of these animals. So how do we do that? Well, let's drown them. How else can we do it? We need to make it as quick and listen. If you actually interacted or saw these animals, a cow, a pig, a dog, whatever, in its environment,
all of them.
how they interact, they know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
The baby cow wouldn't be trying to get out of the water if it didn't know what was going on. And when you watch them crawling and fighting to get out of the water, and the guy going like this to get back in,
How?
it chews me up.
Oh, how can people do that? I cannot fathom in my mind how anybody can slaughter an animal.
I don't know.
I
How
don't
they can
either.
work on these farms. I can't.
I don't
If I
either.
was one of those people that go undercover and take a picture, the first time I went, I'd see it, I'd throw the camera down, I'd go over there and start beating them up.
I know, I know.
couldn't do it.
I know.
What
God
about
bless
that-
these people who do this.
And what about that lady that was, she made that comment about how you can go and you can pick your cow and you can.
Yeah. I know.
I was so
This is
upset
the
about that.
best way to eat. You know, you can pick your own cow, and then they'll slaughter them for you.
I guess there's farms you can go to and you can
Yeah.
pick your own cow and
It's just like
you
the
buy it.
animal,
and it's like that's terrible.
My
That's
favorite
even
line is
worse.
that
How do you?
everybody says-
Why would you want to pick the one that you're gonna kill?
Right.
And actually, I just saw on Facebook these firefighters saved these baby piglets in a
Yeah.
fire. And then 6 months later, which they slaughter them at 6 months old, they're fully grown at 6 months old, and they went to the farm, went to the firehouse, and gave them the sausages that were made
Oh.
from the piglets that they saved in the fire.
Oh my God. And they took them.
And they ate them, and they said they
Oh.
were amazing. And I just don't, I don't know.
How can we
I
make
don't
people
know.
Something is-
understand?
My favorite line is the pig is the fourth smartest animal in the animal kingdom. It's actually smarter than most dogs. So when we use, so here in the United States, dogs are considered pets, but we can't criticize and condemn the people overseas in China that are killing and slaughtering dogs, because there, a dog to them is not a pet. Like a pig here is not a pet to us. So we slaughter pigs. And trust me, if you went into a factory where these pigs were, just like they do at the Yulin China Festival in China, if you went to these factories where they kill the pigs, you would be appalled. So we get appalled when we go there and we see the dogs, but they don't consider the dog a pet. So to them,
I know.
they're killing dog. We're like, oh. But then when you come here and these pigs are being caged for days at a time, they can't move, babies ripped from them, slaughtered, treated like just complete garbage. We're like, oh, well, it's all right. I mean, I'm getting a pork chop. Well, how is that all right? But the dog in China, we're condemning them. Wait a second, we got a problem here. I say that needs to be stopped over there. But let's fix what's going on here as well.
You know what you call that? That's why I stopped eating them. Hypocrites.
Yeah.
Right,
I love my pet, but I'll eat the cow and the pig and the chicken and the turkey and all
Right.
that.
right,
The heck with
I
that.
know.
right.
It's all
Everybody
life.
goes crazy over Yulin. They go absolutely crazy over it. And it just breaks my heart because I don't understand why they don't see what we see. I don't.
If that bothers you, I love it. But the way that the animals
And it
are treated
should
here
bother you.
You know what I mean?
I know.
It should
But-
be all the same thing.
It should be. But I every day I talk to God and I say, how will ever get these people to stop
I
eating
know.
animals?
I don't know.
First of all, they have the mindset that we're supposed to,
Right.
that God put them here for us to eat.
Yeah.
He didn't. He said, put them here for us to take care of,
Do you
Right.
also know when they say that,
bring us pleasure. And
when you think about this, even in the times of, Christ back, ages ago, it was something where the animal was something that you had on occasion as like
Yeah.
if you were lucky. And the playing field was even back then. If I got to go out there and really hunt my animal, and you get one every once in a while, just like when they're hunted by the predators, the sick, the weak, they get weeded up. We've turned the meat industry, and when my buddies say this to me, well, they should be smarter and not get killed. It has nothing to do with intelligence, because we're breeding them in captivity. We're not giving them a fair shake.
No.
We're not giving them a chance. We're breeding them in captivity. We're keeping them in captivity. We're killing them, and we're eating them. So how does their intelligence come into play? You're not giving them an opportunity to flex their smarts and get out of the situation. Because I know a lot of guys that would be outsmarted by a pig. If you gave the pig the opportunity to run
Yeah.
and get away from him, they'd get away
would.
from him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're not giving it a fair shake. We're breeding it in a cage, keeping it in a cage, killing it, and then saying, well, man, I'm the human. I'm smarter. I'm bigger. I'm strong. But you're not giving that animal a fair try. You know what I mean? So we are now breeding them to eat them. And I truly believe God's intention was, here are the animals, we treat them equally. Just like the tiger may
Exactly.
hunt down the certain animal, the human at the time, if you can get one once in a while, it's weak, it's hurt, whatever, not to breed them, to kill them, to eat them, he'd be appalled.
Yeah.
That's not why I put him here. I put
No.
you here to take care of them. And you know
No.
what? Nature's selection, I understand. Like the tiger gets the animal, but this is not what they were put here for.
And even dairy, the dairy industry is even worse.
yeah,
I mean, they constantly, do you know where that comes from? They constantly impregnate the cow.
Right.
That milk belongs to that baby cow, not to us.
Right.
What right do we have to take that? That's like if I get pregnant and they take my baby away and they take my milk and sell it
yeah.
at
Not
the
to
store.
mention-
You know?
It's made for a baby cow. It's
not
not made
made-
for human.
Right.
Exactly.
Whoever got that idea that we're supposed to have that?
I know.
Whoever
know.
started that?
And
Somebody wanted
now
to make
they
money.
even say that you get more calcium in almond milk
Yeah.
than you even do from regular dairy
Right.
milk. And if I don't know if anybody's tried it, but you really should because it's unbelievable.
It's really good.
It
Yeah.
really
Delicious,
is.
yeah.
It's
Best.
definitely different taste, but you put it in cereal, you would not know.
The one with a hint of honey is phenomenal. You could drink it; it tastes just like milk.
Yeah.
It's this-
I like the
so-
vanilla
the
almond milk.
best-
Yeah, it's so good.
That I get from a lot of people is, you know, when they break my stones about why we're supposed to eat meat and they use your teeth as an example.
Oh.
Well, you know what I say to them? If I was meant to eat meat like, you know, the carnivorous animals out there, I'd have the teeth of a tiger or a lion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have these.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you have a few that are maybe made for tearing into something.
Only that one, two. That's it.
So,
On each side. The vampire teeth.
Exactly.
That's it.
so you're telling me
not
I
even
was
that
made
big.
to eat meat with these when I see the real animals who are made to eat meat have these enormous fangs and they could just rip. I'm not even strong enough. If you really think about it, we're not even strong enough to really eat meat the way it's intended to be eaten out in the wild. So and if you even look back, the primary source of energy and calories for humans has always been the grains, the plants, the
plants,
vegetables, the
right.
fruits. It's
Yep.
always been that.
It's always been that. That's what
It-
they're for us. That
Right.
was, and if you nobody's going to believe me, but the path that I follow says that the if we stop slaughtering, killing animals, killing each other, being like what we do, the animals will stop doing that too. They will no longer kill each other.
Yeah.
They will not. And I know people are not going to believe this, but it's true. We all live, that saying, the lion will lay down with the lamb, and
Yeah.
that's in the Bible. That's what that means.
Right.
Yeah.
They will no longer slaughter when we stop slaughtering.
Right.
We're just so far gone,
We
Rosemary.
are so far gone.
That's why I try to tell a lot of people that I know, I'm like, listen, there's so many different benefits to it. One of them being the environment, the other one being your own health, and the
But also, I
welfare of the
just
animals.
challenge people to just try it. I know it may seem impossible, but if they could just try it for a week or 2 weeks and just see how it goes, see how it's really not that difficult. Like if you're making a lasagna, for example, just don't put the meat in there.
Right.
Just don't put the ground
Start
beef in there.
small.
Yeah, or they can
You know
start
what
with
I mean?
that,
It's-
the Beyond
Yeah, the
meat.
Beyond
Yeah,
Burger.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the crumbles, the beef crumbles.
Yeah,
They
it's-
taste
So
just
good.
I
like
think it's Gardein.
chopped meat. No, it's no.
Beyond
Gardein
Meat.
is soy, which I'm
Okay.
allergic to. This is the pea protein.
Okay.
Right.
And they have the beef crumbles.
Okay.
They have chicken, but that's
Just
soy
like
too.
the burger. It's
Yeah,
very
just like the
good,
burger.
Beyond
Yeah.
Burger,
And it's all crumbled
Yeah.
up. And that in lasagna,
Right.
that in shepherd's pie, or
I
whatever
know.
you would use chopped meat in.
Right.
Mexican food, everything. But the Beyond Burgers are
They're
we're right, we're
amazing.
fantastic.
I know.
good.
They
Oh
were
my
so
God,
worth
they're so
it.
good. And it's pea protein. It's all vegan.
Right.
Yeah, and they were gluten free, which
Yeah.
I was really surprised
right.
about.
You
Yeah.
got to start small. That's the thing. So you can't expect that you're going to go from, meat 3 times a day to no meat at all.
Yeah.
You know? So I tell people all the time, start small. Why don't you start one day a
Just
week?
if you just remove one animal at a time. It took me 8 years to remove all of them. My first one was pig because I love pigs. But if you just do one animal at a time,
Yeah.
and
Right,
at your
exactly.
own pace, just, I don't know, whichever one you favor, I
Yeah.
guess, just remove it. And then I'm telling you, once it's not in your system and you just don't miss it. I mean, besides for it being around you all the time and everybody's like throwing it in your face, but I don't even look at a hot dog the same anymore. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like that was flesh from an animal that doesn't belong to me
Right.
and I have no right to it. It's not a hot dog. It's not bacon. It was flesh of a living, breathing animal that was in fear when it was brutally butchered. So,
And I tell people, like you said, the biggest thing is start small. Even if it's you start. I got a buddy who it's like once or twice a week. Or if you remove, like you said, one animal, it just makes it a lot easier than saying I'm going to go cold turkey. I'm going to
yeah,
cut
you
out everything.
can't because it's just like going on a diet and removing carbs. You crave the carbs, and then you go back to eating carbs again.
Yeah, it's
So
impossible.
you can't just go on a diet and say, I'm never going to eat carbs again. You know what I mean? Like
No, I know
little
it.
at a time.
Pull that up higher. Yeah.
But if anybody is interested in becoming a vegetarian, a vegan, contact us and we would be more than happy to help you out and let you know the alternatives. I will go grocery shopping with you, show you the alternatives.
Me too, I'll do it. Yep.
There's amazing alternatives.
Yeah.
They're not gross anymore.
No.
I mean, some of them are, but I will tell
old
you.
ones, yeah.
I will tell you which ones are good and which ones aren't, and they're forever changing.
In my world, it's tough because guys are always like, "Oh, I need my protein," especially in the police
That's the
world.
thing.
But
We
you
don't
just-
need this protein like they say
But
we
were
do.
you
You
checking
don't
your
need-
We don't need
protein
that kind of
prior? Like
protein.
when you're eating meat, are you like checking your protein levels?
No.
Because I never was.
Even if, there's a lot of guys in the police world that they're big into the bodybuilding and working out. So even if you are, right? And the big thing is always 1 gram of protein per body weight, per pound if you want to keep growing. So I'm a 240-pound guy who need 240 grams of protein, right? Which to me, I'm right. That's a lot.
a lot
and
of protein.
I don't even buy it, right? But let's say that's what you want to go with. I could still get you 240 grams of protein if you're my size, no problem. As a vegetarian, easy. As a vegan, I could still get it for you. One of my buddies that just moved over, he basically said that to me, was like, what can I eat? And I told him, there's a lentil pasta
Yeah.
that is so full with protein, and it's so delicious. I make it with all different types of vegetables. I eat it, and I get more protein than probably any meal you would get if you were eating meat.
They are now making pastas out of all this different protein.
I know.
The beans and the lentils and everything.
And they're
Yep.
There's
filled with
no
protein.
reason not to, and I have read about vegetarian, vegan bodybuilders
Yeah.
who never eat
Oh,
meat,
saw
and
them.
their muscles are like
I know.
unbelievable.
It's
So it's just a
unbelievable.
fallacy. We're being snowed
Right.
by the manufacturers who want to sell their products.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And the people who slaughter these animals and sell them, they don't want us to stop eating meat.
Right.
Well, it's such
Look at the commercials on television.
so much money.
It makes me so mad when I see
So much
certain
money.
commercials and they're like on this beautiful farm and everybody's happy and no
Yeah.
antibiotics ever. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
right.
would take a real
Cage free. Yeah, okay.
movement to actually
deal.
change the world and change the way things are
What
being
would it
done.
take? I don't.
I mean,
I don't know.
Listen, if enough people actually stopped to the point where you were putting one of these big manufacturers out of business, a Purdue or a Tyson, or any one of the
Yeah.
big slaughterhouses, if enough people actually said, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to stop. And I think it starts with a little bit at a time. So one of my buddies who did it, he did it for 30 days, right? And he said, I'm just going to try it for 30 days. I'm like, I shook his, I'm like, Bud, that's fantastic, do it for 30 days. We laughed because he said, he originally started, he looked into, it's called the Jesus diet. So you only eat meat on like special occasions, Easter, Christmas. I said, hey, that's fantastic. You're starting summer. But then he went all in and he went vegetarian for 30 days. After 30 days, he said he started with the meat again. He actually said to me, after about a day or two, I started feeling really crummy. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I don't know, tired. I didn't want to get up. This is after 2 days of eating meat again. So he's 30 days meat free. Then he went to meat again. My kids were asking me if I wanted to get up. I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to do anything. I was grumpy. He goes, and I was like, there's no way this is from eating meat again. But he's like, it's the only thing I changed. So then he cut it back out, and he's back. He says he feels great again. And you know what? If everybody does that and sees, wow, I really do feel better.
Right.
My kids tease me all the time because I never get sick. I never get a cold. And since I've cut it out, I really don't. I mean, I don't know if it's that or if, I don't know, but I'm never sick.
I do. I mean, I get colds.
You do?
Yeah.
But it affects everybody different. Like, she feels better.
Kids
Her
bring 'em
headaches
home.
have been so much better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For me, maybe that's how my body reacts. I just feel like it's a cleaner way of living, too.
It is a cleaner way
You
of
know what I
living.
mean?
Yeah.
And you definitely feel, mentally it's cleaner because you feel so good about, I mean, I know I do.
I mean, I don't want to make it like, you're going to be cured of all your ailments.
No,
and like,
no,
that's
no,
why
no,
I'm saying,
no.
like, yeah, I get the common cold. Like, I get the flu once a year. But do I get it to the point where, like, I'm, You know what I mean?
But you
and
get
I don't
it from
even
people.
Right.
Right.
These
I don't know
germs,
if that's
exactly.
why I'm like that.
I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
just saying,
No, but you go grocery shopping
Right.
and the carts, you
Yeah.
know, you touch door handles, you touch
Right.
your cashiers,
Right.
they give you money and they and then they give
Right.
you the money.
Right.
Right.
You're not going to give
But
that
as
money to me.
far as cholesterol is concerned, my blood pressure is concerned.
Me too. At my age, me too.
Yeah, all the big stuff. I mean, so far, I'm 32. I haven't had any issues. I do actually have an overactive thyroid, and I've been on. I was on
had
medication.
that. You were born
I
with that,
always
yeah.
had that, but my levels are great, and I didn't even tell my doctor that I'm not on medication. I went off
There you go,
I
yeah.
weaned myself off of my medication because I felt like he wasn't going to wean me off of it. So, because it was in the like normal to high range, and I weaned myself off of it. And the past 2 times that I went and got my blood work done, he said, "Your blood work is awesome." And I was like, "Oh," and he's like, "Just keep on the medicine that you're on." I'm like, "Okay." And little does he know, I'm not even on medicine.
See that?
So-
See that?
that's what I mean. Like the people don't. You have that side of it where you really just are healthier all around. But then, if that's not enough, let's really just, and I tell the people, I don't watch the videos because I already know what's going on, and they really do upset me
Oh,
tremendously.
I can't.
But I
stand
tell
it.
people, listen, don't hide behind what's really going on.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know what I
that's the
mean?
biggest thing is that that's the first thing is that in order to truly understand this, you have to watch it. You just have to.
You do.
And
Yeah.
I know
Most people
it's
can't watch
terrible.
it.
I know. And that's I can't watch those videos. I can't watch it. But you have to. Because when you put those images in your head, that's when you're like, oh, that sticks with you over the craving of a cheeseburger.
I know.
You know what I mean?
If these families, nice families, who wouldn't hurt a fly, would go to a factory farm and watch it.
Yeah, you
Oh.
wouldn't.
See, I can't
Everybody
watch
says
it,
if
but I can
you-
eat it.
yeah.
They're hypocrites. I was a hypocrite.
No, me too. For
So was I.
For
years
so
and
long.
years and years and years.
And I mean, I have to say, at my age, I haven't had a cold or a flu in
That's amazing.
3-4 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Nothing. And I
Yeah.
take no medicine.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I take
And your skin is absolutely beautiful, by
Thank
the
you.
way.
I take vitamins,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a vegetarian. I do eat eggs, and I do eat
Mm-hmm.
cheese. And if I'm out, and I'll eat fish
Right.
for my main thing.
I still do eat fish.
Yeah. So and I
I'm
eat
not
fish,
gonna
and
lie.
that's
I do eat fish.
Eggs
once
is
in a while I'll have
really
tuna
all
fish.
I'll eat
Yeah.
now.
And
Cut
that's
the
it.
And
cheese out.
even dairy. I mean, I'm a work in progress. I'm not
Yeah.
perfect by any means.
Right.
I'm a work in progress. I know what they do to them. I take it into deep consideration. But sometimes I want an ice cream,
Yeah.
and
I
I
know.
feel like I can go get an ice cream because
Yeah, I know. I do too. But I
know.
like it less and less. I do like
No,
rice,
me
rice
too.
cream
And
too.
it's-
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's wrong.
non-dairy, like Ben and Jerry's is even making it now. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of big, I bet you Friendly's is going to start next, There's a
And
lot
if
of
you're-
places non-dairy.
Looking to, there's a lot. Let's think about really our population. There's so many people that are always dieting, trying to lose weight, trying to be healthier. So it's a really great way if you say to yourself, well, you know what? I'm going to cut this out. You're going to, if you're trying to lose a few pounds or get healthier, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for me, always trying to just keep on top of the game, especially with what I do for work, to make sure that I'm always one step ahead of the bad guys, is try to keeping fit, keeping in shape. So a lot of times for me, when I want the ice cream, I say to myself, don't eat the ice cream, remember the dairy, what happens. But then also, and you know what? It's going to help me just maybe keep those couple extra pounds off, or help me, keep my goals in focus. So it's a great way, because most of the stuff we're telling you to cut out is not really healthy for you.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, dairy is not really healthy
No.
for you. Eggs, in moderation aren't bad. A lot of people eat the egg whites, but, that's one thing. Meat's not really healthy for you, especially when you're thinking about, the chicken that everybody says is so healthy, turkey that you're eating. There's a reason why every single rotisserie chicken you buy is the same size. Why? Are we all the same size? 3 people. We couldn't be different shapes and sizes. Why is it that 3 chickens in the grocery store are all the same size?
Tell them.
It's so disturbing because they pump them up full of all the chemicals,
Yep.
And you can
antibiotics.
They even give them
Actually-
arsenic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can actually watch it if you Google it. You can actually watch. They actually inject it with a needle, and it blows up right before your eyes, and you're eating that. So that's
The
why.
chicken breasts. I have 4 chickens at home. Okay, we have 4. We got them over
And I
Easter.
love them.
They're so
I mean,
sweet,
they're so.
too.
I look
Their
at them all the
personalities.
time.
They're all
They
different
really do,
sizes.
and they're not dumb.
No.
They're not dumb
very
at all.
smart.
People think they're stupid because they're little and they have little brains or whatever, but they are not.
No.
Like, they are very, very smart. They get
We
out
had
of the
one-
coop,
Yeah.
and they stick by the coop, and they will circle the coop until one of us goes and puts them back in
Our-
because they want to go back with the friends. You
Our
know,
big
it's,
girl
it's hysterical.
got out. She's the biggest one we have. She's beautiful. She's
I
a
love
Rhode Island Red.
Emma.
She gets out, and she got out in the middle of the night. I don't know how she did it because
She
I
did.
have.
I
have-
saw her out,
We have.
and
I
it was a rainstorm.
right. So we have the little coop. It's all fenced in.
Thunder,
nice.
lightning. She was under the trampoline.
I have the door comes out to a little run, and then I have the stuff over so she can't get out. So I'm like, there's no way she would ever get out. So I leave it open so in the morning they come out nice and early. They want to run around a little bit. And she's out. And we're like, how'd she get out? And she was under the trampoline because it was raining.
She
So this
stayed under the
little girl
trampoline
knew,
all night.
I got to get under cover. It's raining. It was a warm night. But I got in, I mean, I felt horrible. But you're telling me they're
I
dumb?
felt
She was
terrible.
dumb. She would have sat in the rain all night.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
There's-
right.
yeah.
I saw on Facebook a turkey, and the woman went. It was her pet. You know, she loved him, and she went to the edge of the fence where she was going to go in, and she called the turkey. He came running over to with wings open like this. And when she put her arms out, he put his wings around her and hugged her and everything. Come on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
come on.
Well, every day that I go out and I see them and I call them by their names,
Yeah.
and they're, like Emilita and Bon Joviana. Those are their names, and they're always waiting for me. Like,
Yeah.
they're
It's
just
so funny.
cute.
They pop up like.
They're so
yeah,
cute. Like, they
yeah.
pop because they know we
They're
have food for
smart.
them. You know.
They're smart.
Yeah.
Animals are so smart.
And as soon as they hear our voices, they're excited to see us.
Yeah.
They're like looking all around, like, what do you got for me now?
When
you
you
know? I can't
experience
even
the
imagine
animal-
hurting them.
As
know.
so for us, they're, I guess you'd say they're pets. They are, I mean, I go out there, I talk to them, I feed them, I give them their water, I clean up after them, We originally got them, I was like, maybe, I don't want to eat eggs, especially from these factory farms. I said, so maybe if I can get a few eggs, 3 a day, whatever. But now, like, they're my pets, they're my chickens, So when you experience them on that level, I can't imagine, and they snap their necks. That's how they kill. I can't imagine snapping the chicken's neck.
Or
Like,
or
those are
slitting
I
their
would
throat.
I feel horrible when I know they get out and they're out for like an hour. I feel bad because I'm like, oh, you want to go back inside? I feel horrible. How can I snap their neck?
And not only that, they cut their beaks when they're
I
young,
know.
so they won't bite each other.
They won't
They
peck each
cut
other.
their beaks. Can you imagine what that feels like?
And they throw
Cut
the
your
boys
finger
in
off.
they throw the boys in trash bags
Yeah.
and suffocate them.
Yeah, or in a grinder.
Yeah, we have the 4 girls, and they
It's
say
horrible.
when you introduce. So now, if we introduce a new chicken with the 4 girls, they would peck at each other, and I'm like, listen,
That's
I
how
mean,
girls are.
I'd put them in there together, and could never cut my chicken's beak. Like
No.
I know guys
No.
that have them, like, you got to debeak them. I'm like, I'm not debeaking my chicken.
No.
It's like, it's my chicken. I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna
they've
feed
pecked
them.
at me like when I gave them food, and it is, but I would
They
never
don't mean
do
to
that.
do it. They're not hurting you. They're just
no,
grabbing the
exactly.
food.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not where they're like, I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I mean,
Harmless.
for me to
Right.
hurt them and do something like that.
That's why
I mean, I wouldn't do that to my dog. Why would I do it to my
Right.
chicken?
That's why we're saying at this event, we're opening it up to anything, any type of animal.
Any type of animal.
Because
We really, really want like a sanctuary to come because I think that is so important to have a sanctuary there
right, like
for
bring a
people to
horse.
see because that's the only way. Even a horse horses get slaughtered too,
That's right.
and they even said that horse meat is in ground beef. You don't know.
You don't know
You
it, but
just
it's there,
don't know.
One of so me and my wife and our aunt and uncle, who are also a big part of it, Rescue K911. Our aunt actually has a horse that came from the slaughterhouse. She's branded on the side.
Auction.
What's her name?
The auction.
Oh, the auction, yeah. Willa?
Yep.
She's branded on the side. You see the big brand mark. And it's so crazy because when you go there and you see these horses, especially in the beginning, they were so, when people come near them, like,
You
what do you
still,
want?
they're still
Because they were so afraid
nervous
because of the way
around
they were
people.
treated, It was horrible. But she's a sweetheart. We would love to get her there. We're still working on it because she's still a little iffy
She's
around.
iffy with people.
You know? But we have a nice area there. We like to just, not to necessarily interact with the people because we don't want to upset the horse. We don't want to scare the horse. We don't want anybody to get hurt. But to show people the brand mark on the side. To be,
Yeah.
look what they do. This horse was going to be meat. She was branded already for it.
And she might be pregnant.
Yeah, we might have
So
a little,
so they saved 2.
yeah,
Where the love is, saved her.
yeah.
Every single animal
Yeah,
counts.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
You know, we're taking whites count, black people count, all this count, animals count. Every single animal.
Of course.
Even bats.
Yep.
Yeah.
People have them for pets. They're the cutest little thing.
Yeah.
They eat so good.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I
and what was it? A
understand why we
possum?
gotta-
A possum was it was a porcupine. Did you see that? He was eating. He was
No.
going yum 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 yum. Oh my heart! You know,
How
just
cute.
so
And I don't
adorable.
understand
Yeah.
what's the, like.
So
why-
basically, if it has a heartbeat
Yeah.
and it has fur or scales
eyes
or
and everything,
anything,
yeah.
we want them at our event.
Yeah.
So, and
'Cause
they
we're
need a
looking-
home, we want them at our event.
Especially, like you said, the ones that, you know, are really, you know, animals that are coming from really bad, you know, environments that really are
There's
very
15
urgent.
minutes.
You know,
15 minutes.
that are very, very urgent. We need to get it fixed, you know, right away.
All right, let me ask you a couple of questions because I mean we can talk all night about
I
these
know.
animals
Good.
because
I
we
know.
don't want to see them used for their fur. We don't want to see them used for food. We don't want to see them experimented on.
No.
We don't want to see them in cosmetic. We don't want to see them. Just treat an animal, like a
Right.
friend.
Like how you would want
Okay.
to treat somebody to treat
yourself.
you.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, so can people adopt and take home animals that day?
Yes,
They
will be
can't?
able to.
So different rescues have different protocols and what they allow and whatnot. If you go to our website, operationanimalfreedom.com, you can see a list of the rescues that we have there. And just follow some of the rescues and you can see probably some of the dogs that are going to come or cats. And if you fill out an application and you get pre-approved,
That's
then you
huge.
can probably take them home that day.
Right.
But some rescues are different. They'll investigate you right then and there. But some want to go to your house. They want to be very thorough and, you know, follow up in the
They
future.
should.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So,
potentially, yes, you can. There's going to be rescues that actually bring animals there, and if that's the case, then if they allow you to fill out the application right on site and are able to approve you on site, you'll be able to take it home. The best way to do it, like my wife said, is to go on those websites, go on our website, operationanimalfreedom.com, look at the rescues, get pre-approved for an application. So you might even be able to arrange the meet and greet with the animal at our event.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Right.
that'd be great.
All right, here's something that somebody asked. She says, I want to adopt, but the adoption fees are so high. Why should I pay a high adoption fee for a mixed breed dog when I can go to a breeder or a pet store?
Oh, can I take this one?
yeah.
Go ahead.
A few different reasons. Our adoption fees, and I would challenge anybody. I charge you $500 adoption fee for a puppy. This is the first point. My puppy comes spay neutered, all up to date on shots, microchipped, dewormed. Anything that dog needs, it's getting taken care of by me when you get it. So when your fee comes to me, after everything is said and done, if I put $100 into the rescues account, I made out pretty well. $100 out of
We
the
haven't,
500.
with the puppies that we just adopted out, we haven't made anything.
Nothing. We lost because that's our
we-
first time.
One of the spays that we paid was $440 for one of
For
the
$500.
puppies.
But
one of the
we're
puppies.
learning. There's other ways to do it. The second reason
And we
is
drove to Texas to
Yeah,
get
I want
them.
to tell them that. Drove
Yeah.
to Texas, rescued a mother.
Yeah.
And how many babies?
7.
7.
Babies.
We
Took
drove-
them all in their houses.
Yeah.
In their house. Took care of them, raised them, found homes for everyone.
And that leads
Now,
me
come
to
on.
the second point. The reason why you take the rescue is because those animals were going to be killed.
Yeah.
Those animals were going to lose their life. The breeders' animals, if they don't breed the animal won't die. They're breeding the animal for profit, people. For profit. Okay, we are saving an animal that's going to die, and we are then asking for some money to cover the vet bills and continue to put a little bit into the account so that we can in turn continue to save. That's
Right.
what we're trying to do.
All right. Is this event good for children?
Yes.
It's going to be great for
absolutely.
It's going
children,
to be
isn't it?
perfect. We're going to have a bounce house. We're hoping to get face painters, so it should be
Yeah,
perfect
we're
for
doing
kids.
we're gonna have a table where they can make
Sand art.
sand art, where they can make bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
So there's gonna be different things for them to do. But
Okay.
absolutely, it'll be good.
Yeah.
And they'll love to see the animals.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay. What if there's a rescue group or a vendor who's interested in being part of the event? Is it too late?
No.
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 They
So-
can contact us.
Okay.
Rescue K911 at AOL.com or OperationAnimalFreedom.com.
There is, so for sponsors, we did have a deadline to get on the t-shirts and to get an opportunity to have some signage at the event. So if they were to get in now, it would be really tight to get in on, that's still no reason not to come in.
Right.
You know, we'll do our best. We did ask that everybody have it in by August 1st, but we're still taking on, and we will do our, and they could bet their life that we'll mention them at the event and make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
they're recognized for what they're
We
doing.
advertise on all of our social media pages,
Right.
on our website, everywhere.
And
We
listen, we're good people to be in with. Like I said, Mike Frieda, our first selectman here in North Haven, is full support of this. He's
He
been
is.
so
Oh,
great.
So
he said he
great.
loves
He
animals so
is.
much.
He does.
He was on the show, and he wants to come back on.
Yeah.
He's maybe next month or the month after he's going to come back on.
You know,
so.
so
Yeah,
and I,
he's great.
being president of the police union, if there's anything I could ever do, or we could help, sponsor an event or publicize an event, I 100% would be willing to do it. If these people came in with us, like you said, it comes back twofold. You know?
Exactly. Can people volunteer if they want, or donate something for a
we-
raffle?
yes.
Yeah.
It's not too late to do
Yeah.
that. Okay.
But we need volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them. We need volunteers, especially for the day of the event. And then raffle prizes are great because the raffle makes us money.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what vendors will be there?
Yes.
No?
Yes. Where's the list?
Can I read the list?
Yeah,
quick?
go ahead.
Okay. So we have Companion Pet Rescue, Louie's Legacy, Where the Love Is, You Lucky Dog, a dog walking company, Tail to Paw Animal Support, Shelter Dog Bed Project, Lou LaRue with Rebecca Plantamera and Dana Dowdle, Presents for Paws, Perfectly Posh by Deanna Dewar, Paws Around the World Pet Sitting, Connecticut Parrot Rescue, The Dog Bone LLC, Send Gents by Erica Beth Lavoie, Debbie's Pet Sitting LLC, Tony Baker's Tea and Cooking, Healing Outside the Box, Connecticut Humane Society, Choice Pet Supply. And then our sponsors
Yep.
were Bagelicious of Cheshire, Law Offices of Michael Cahill,
Uncle Mike.
Flanagan Associates, Connecticut Spine and Rehab, Arnold's Jewelers, A to Z Rental, North Haven Funeral Home, Achieve Fitness, Perfectly Posh, Forget Me Not Flower Shop, You Lucky Dog, and Costco.
Oh, great.
So we
Costco,
have a
good.
decent amount for
Yeah.
our first year,
Yeah.
and they're still coming
They're still
in.
coming
They're
So
still coming in, so they can still
Yeah.
do that. It's not too
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
Okay. What was I going to say? Now you still need food trucks, right?
We
Yes.
do.
So
Yes.
anybody out there who has a food truck, wants to volunteer your time, can do some vegetarian cooking. I mean, it's not that hard to do
waffle truck.
that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Waffle truck, yeah, an
that'd
ice
be a
cream
great idea,
truck.
An ice cream truck,
Right.
or we are waiting on a smoothie truck.
Yeah.
And then I think we might
there's a
have.
cookie, like a cookie and ice cream truck.
Yeah.
So
And compassion for animals. There were people there. I had
Yeah,
a vegan
amazing.
hot dog.
yeah, we tried to get them.
Oh,
yeah,
my-
dogs.
Yeah, dogs.
Yeah, dogs.
I never had one like it. It was so good.
I gotta try
couldn't believe it. And
those.
I love hot dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the worst thing
the
to
big
go.
trucks
Yeah.
like that, they're tough, because
Yeah.
they want. I understand it's a weekend. They want to make sure they make money, but like I said, it's for a good cause, and nobody's saying they're not going to make money.
Yeah.
I know. There's salads.
Right.
Have a nice salad truck.
Right.
Yeah, like
That's,
they're going to
you know,
have people
don't have
there.
to be so fussy. Just,
Right.
yeah.
Well,
We're gonna have
even
people
like
there.
for instance, I know there's a baked potato truck that puts
There you
bacon.
go,
So
yeah.
like if instead of the bacon, if they just did like the broccoli and cheese,
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
exactly.
or like just sour cream, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we can make it vegetarian. It
That's
doesn't
right.
necessarily have to be a vegan truck, or
Right, no.
you can
We
make
could
it that.
improvise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make it work.
come on, you guys.
So-
There's lots of trucks out there. They're all down at Long Wharf. I've
know.
seen them.
Yeah.
If you're watching this show, come on, get
Yeah,
over there.
help
Call
out.
them up. Get in
Yeah.
touch with them.
Yeah, that'd
And
be
do
great.
this, right?
Yeah.
So we got that. Now, let's see. The animals. Okay, you have enough people bringing the animals to...
So far, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
far the rescues we have, like I said, it's really getting the animals there and getting the people to meet these rescues, see pictures of the animals, see what they have, kind of to get to know the process. Unfortunately, a lot of rescues have gotten, not the rescue themselves get a bad name, but the process has gotten a bad rap. So my thing is this: the biggest goal for us as a rescue, and for other rescues, and they'll all say the same thing, is to make sure that dog gets into a loving and forever home and stays there.
Right, stays
So
there.
you have to understand, especially this one, she is not going to just say, we bring these puppies and we have these dogs.
I
for
love them
quite
like
some
my
time.
own.
They're
I
like
know.
ours.
I know.
I'm not
It's
just going
hard
to
to
say,
part.
here you
Yes.
go. I'm
Like
going to
only
say,
the best of the best for my babies.
Yeah.
we're going to do our investigation. We're going to
Home check.
home check.
I'm going to Google you.
I did that when I gave away a cat.
Yeah, we're going
I
to
went
meet
to the
you.
house
Yeah.
and checked,
We
and then
do
I
that.
went back a week later and
Yeah.
checked
Unless
it again.
we
Yeah.
know you,
Right.
okay, so if you called me up, I know you, I've known you for quite some time, I know the dog or the cat or the horse or the pig or whatever I'm giving you is going to be in a good home. But if I don't, you have to work with me. Especially being a police
And
officer.
most people who want a dog, they understand that. And
Yeah.
they're totally willing to let us in and
I've
give us
seen
no problem.
too
The people that
many-
give us problems, those are the ones I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to bother.
Too
There'll be
many
kitty-
people lie.
There'll be
Yeah,
kitties
you
there
can do
too,
my
right?
homework.
Cats?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Any other animals, do you think?
We have the para-rescue, but I don't think they actually, we just saw that Bikers Against Animal Cruelty.
What kind is it?
Parrot?
Connecticut
Oh,
Parrot
parrots. I
Rescue,
don't think
they
yeah.
actually
They're
bring the
actually going to be
parrots.
doing an educational talk.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and we have, who's doing the canine?
Oh, big shout out to Hamden Police Canine Unit. They will be doing a demonstration with one of their canines.
Okay.
And Officer Alan Cantelli with RPD has CODA. He'll be doing a demonstration with her, which the kids get a kick out of, both of them.
And we have the Connecticut Kid Governor. She's coming.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
And
She's a big
her,
deal.
her platform is animal welfare.
Good.
So
That
that's
just
why I
works
said
out.
she has to come.
Just works out.
Do you have
So-
enough entertainment? Do you need
And Paul
more?
Scungio.
Just Paul? Anybody else?
Oh,
So-
Mojo, what are they called?
We haven't
No.
finalized that yet, 100%.
Oh.
It's not
Okay.
finalized yet.
What is it?
something-
Oh, okay.
It was a band.
It's a band.
I
We're-
forget their name.
We're waiting for them.
All right, so come on now. There's a lot of bands out there.
Yeah.
Right.
You can get over there and devote your time. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
I
they
don't want to
have
hear
play-
anything.
our
Get
events
out
from
there and
10 to
devote your
5. They
time.
don't have
Yeah.
to play from 10 to 5.
No.
Oh, and
But come in
my
for an
uncle
hour, 2
Rick,
hours.
my uncle Rick,
Oh,
he's
DJ Rick in the
DJ Rick
house.
in the house.
Oh.
He is DJing.
Gonna have a
it.
DJ?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
can dance.
So
Yeah.
we'll always have something going on as far, then like I said, the demonstrations.
He wants to do a karaoke contest
good.
because
Yeah,
he,
that'd be good.
If you watch
That'd be
us,
fun.
if you follow us on Facebook, you know that
Watch
when
my
we go to
karaoke
our
show.
rescues, we are karaokeing and singing the whole entire time. So
Yes, I did watch it.
yeah,
I'm a big karaoke guy.
Yeah. There you go. I mean,
that's how a lot of people know us because we're like the singing rescuers.
the singing restaurant is cute. This is a chance for people to open up their hearts,
Yes.
open up their purses a little bit, get
Yep.
out there, get over there, donate your time.
And meet your best friend,
Rosemary, we had a dog
Get
on
an
our
animal.
website.
Yeah.
She was a sweetheart.
the little pit puppy.
Little pit bull. She got, what did they have, about 300,000 hits?
Yeah.
We got 300,000
I'm
hits.
still getting messages
If
about her. I posted
everybody
her last
that
Friday.
messaged us or just clicked on that page gave $1,
Yeah.
Even 50 cents.
we would have raised $150,000. And do you know how many animals I could save with $150,000?
Yeah. I'm
Wow.
still getting messages about her.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Pit bulls.
The
yeah,
girl
they're so-
stopped answering me. I was all set to go pick her up, and then I asked her. She was on some rescue site or whatever. She was just giving her away for free. So of course I messaged her. I was like, "I'm taking her. Just let me know." She was in Bristol, so I told her where's the address, and then next thing you know, I haven't heard from her since.
Well, we're out of time. That went so fast.
It did
Yeah,
go
it really
fast.
did.
Did you see the smiling pit bull on Facebook?
Yes.
She's adorable.
Oh, my
Yes, I
goodness,
love
so
her.
All right, we're going to give the contact information now. For Val and Gina Queiroga, it's phone number 860-510-8640, www.operationanimalfreedom.com, rescue K9111 at AOL.com is the email. So please get in touch with them. And if you missed that, you can get in touch with me. You can call me. 203-627-7966. Email me at whitebuffalo8@comcast.net. And my website, www.rosemarylachance.com. You can get in touch with me, and I'll put you in touch with them. You can call the station. They'll put them in touch with me, and I'll put you in touch with them. There's no excuses.
No excuse.
Yes.
No excuses at all. Go and do this worthy, wonderful thing. All right? Okay.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Rosemary.
you.
You're the
So
best.
much.
Oh, and you're
you
going to
guys
be
are
live.
wonderful. Yeah, I'm going to be there live. I'm going to interview people, and I'm going to have also a table with literature about animals and so
Great.
forth.
Great.
Okay. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Dream